to do about high gas prices on the short term and long term?
Please excuse me, this is a hot button one for me. It's unbelievable that right now we're blocking a pipeline. Twice we blocked an oil pipeline that would have produced 830,000 barrels of oil a day. Right now the way we do it instantly is we can open up the current platforms we have. We don't even need to do more drilling in this nation. We just need to open up the ones we have, bring back our refineries, and then as far as the future goes, we are blessed to live in a country where we have unlimited energy. Now, we happen to currently let the Sierra Club run our energy policy, but the truth of the matter is we are a nation that can be powered on natural gas, powered on coal, powered on anything we want. We have unlimited uranium deposits for nuclear. So the short term, we bring down that Keystone pipeline and open up our drill rigs. In the long term, we have everything we need. And let me also add, when we talk about our deficit, we talk about our debt. When an oil field is found, it doesn't create jobs. It creates towns. North Dakota has 3% unemployment right now. They literally do not have enough housing for the people that have jobs there. People are scrambling to build homes. That's what energy does. It creates wealth. It creates jobs for the nation. It is the one catch-all that can solve so many of our problems. Not only our gas prices, not only our power bill, but it's jobs and not just the deficit, the debt. You want to get rid of a $15 trillion debt? Throw out the Sierra Club and the environmentalists, send back the patriots, and unlock all the amazing resources we have in this country.
Again, I think we're all going to agree that we need to utilize all the resources that we have in this great country. So we need to, drill where we are able to drill. We need to drill in Anwar. We need to do deep water drilling. We need to open up the Keystone pipeline. We need to build more refineries. We haven't had a refinery built since the 1970s. I think we're all going to agree that we need to maximize the use of the resources we have. But we need a strategy. Again, I come from being, in the military as a colonel. If you don't have a strategy, you don't know where you're going. So we need an energy strategy in order to get us on that glide path, as opposed to short-term decisions and policies. So all of those things are going to help drive us towards energy independence. But we also need to realize that we are in a global energy market. And some of the reason why gas prices are up is because of the instability in the Middle East and the dynamic of the fact that we are facing a threat of a nuclear state sponsor of terrorism in Iran. This is serious business. Just the fear that maybe the Straits of Hormuz will be closed is causing energy prices to also go up. I was teaching all this at the Marshall Center as we're dealing with nations also in this region. This is important for us to address this threat, address it strongly, which we have not done in the last 3 years, and make sure that we do not have a nuclear Iran that is bullying our national interest, that is a state sponsor of terrorism, that's fighting proxy wars all over the place. And all the war games I've ever been involved in the military is when they get a nuclear weapon, it's only bad and it's only going to escalate. So we have got to deal with this threat very seriously as a part of that energy strategy.
I don't usually open all the emails you get. There's one going around by a fellow who has a brand new television show on the internet. And what he's done, very effectively, is taken a look at candidate Barack Obama berating the Bush administration when gasoline prices hit the $3.40 mark. Telling them how this was going to put a hurt on every American in every household. Zoom to what he said last week. He was standing in front of a crowd, and a gentleman was talking about the fact that an SUV, and the president, this person, said back to this American citizen who hasn't had a large family, says, "What do you need an SUV for anyway?" That's the president's response now. This will tell you part of the problem is the fact that we've allowed the propaganda so long to hate oil. And the fact of the matter is that everything that we have, with the exception that's intellectual property that comes across the internet, comes to us in some fashion by oil. We've already seen Solyndra. That was a nice market decision, wasn't it, by your crazy federal government, where we get into the abuse of tax dollars. That wasn't an accident. The same thing is true of this Chevrolet product that has come and gone already, apparently, because Americans weren't buying it. The market, in addition to having a strategy, will take care of our demands. And one of the things that's interesting about history. And we do such a poor job, our school systems do a very poor job of instructing our children about the remarkable nature of this country. When Japan attacked us, the #1 exporter of oil to Japan was these United States. We were an exporting country. We could be again if we wanted to be. And we would have our capital stay here.
Oh.